What's going on, guys? And for the win here, we are back with our franchise mode as the Edmonton Oilers, and we're picking up where we left off here, beginning the new year of 2020. Starting off at a decent pace, 12-9-3. It's not the end of the world if we don't make the playoffs. We're still kind of building up the young core here, and I think I am going to try out the lines that I was thinking about in the last episode. Kind of go with three really good centers and then have the young wingers around them, trying to help boost up their point totals, help them out growth-wise and stuff. So we're going to go Eberle, McDavid, Osborne, Dimitrakos, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Benson, Nuge, and Capo Caco there on the third line. So we're going to try that out. Defense is still not going to be great. Markstrom's not doing too good. Hilariously, Stolarz in the backup role is doing fantastic. I might switch to manual rotations and get him some extra games, but I don't think it'll be surprisingly necessary. And yeah, someone pointed out I do use a lot of these same guys in franchise mode as like depth guys in the first few years. Well, the thing is, I mean, they're always there. They're usually cheap enough, and they help fill out your fourth line most of the time. So yeah, I usually will try to avoid using like the same kind of top six guys and stuff like that over and over again and like build cup teams around them. But I don't know, spot filler fourth liners. Yeah, you'll see a lot of the same names sometimes because, I mean, they're available, and look at their defense. Like, solid. So, anyway, I think we're going to leave the power play how it is. Penalty kill, probably just how it is. I think our goaltending is just so bad that we're probably not going to have great defense this year. But hopefully these line changes can keep up the goal scoring, get our rookies to have more points. I'm not too sure. We'll see. But McDavid should be able to help carry Osborne. And Eberle there is not too bad. So we'll see how that first line does. Anyway, let's get another month done. We'll keep an eye on the stats. Definitely check on the growth and things like that as well. We want to check how the prospects in our system are doing. Ooh, Grelchek on waivers, or Grizzlechick, whatever. On waivers. Do I? Probably not. I don't know. Nah, let's say no. Never mind. I was actually thinking of what the heck's the other dude's name? Starts with a C. Or does it start with a C on the Bruins? I don't know. Harry Satteri's been injured. Okay. Not amazing. But I think, yeah, Skinner's up to 73. He's still listed as a backup. He'll do fine. Get him some extra games in there. Put Ronning in there as the backup for the AHL. AHL may suffer. Oh, they're already suffering. 7-13. Yeah, not a great year for the AHL, but I don't have a lot of great guys there. This is that one. It's the dead period right now before a lot of our prospects get off their 2 years of being able to be unsigned. I'm really interested in why this guy's ranked so high. It's very interesting. I'm wondering if that's going to change in this draft class. We'll see. Cheka being scouted. This guy we want to get scouted. That's a bit of a later pick. He could turn out to be pretty good. Might be a grinder. Oops, don't pin. But either way, should be really, really solid there. He might even turn out to be a power forward. Usually it's right, this thing, but sometimes it does change. But definitely get these guys scouted. Any guys who have the potential to be medium elite in the late first round, or guys that we're going to want to take a look at, because we might make the playoffs. We might be a late first round drafting type team this next year. Couple goalies here, why not get them scouted? And I think that'll be it for that. Let's check on the low elites here. Not a whole lot so far, so they're not even lazy scouts. It took like one look at them, didn't even get them figured out, and moved on. What are you doing? All right, definitely want to get these guys sorted. We want to find as many low elites as possible. And as many gems as possible, obviously, too. But scouts should do a good enough job on that on their own. All right, and you know what? I'm going to check this guy because he's at 48. I usually will wait until they have like at least 2 bars, but at 48, that's very possible he's a low elite. And I'll just do one more for good measure, I guess. Yeah, let's see. I'll scroll through a bit, see if there's... Okay, that's about it. We'll let the rest kind of go. Although this guy might be a late round elite, so get him scouted as well. Okay, that'll be it. And let's finish off this month of simulating. We're still doing pretty good. We're scoring a good chunk. Yeah, and so it looks like the lines for the most part are working still. Even the game we lost right there, 3 goals, 4. Not too bad. Goaltending isn't good. Colby Cave is now injured. You know, we don't have much here. I don't even know if we have a depth guy to throw in there. We actually do not. So who the heck do I put in? I might just best lines it here. Although it will mess up my defensive pairings, won't it? Yeah, really, all I got are defensemen here. Oh man, yeah, we're in that bad area. Let's do Mantha. Just screw it. Who cares? He's playing center. Just give him ice time. He's got that 7th D. You never know. He could become depth. Just give him whatever ice time. Oh man, 2 rough losses in a row right there. 3-1 and 8-1. So obviously not good. But again, we're not counting on being a terrific team immediately right here. And we may not even make the playoffs, which is not the biggest of deals. Okay, Capo Caco. Minor injury, pulled through. Not doing too bad. Answered back with a couple wins and a shootout loss. Colby Cave is back. I love how all the injuries right now are happening to our AHL. But whatever. Nothing more than a nuisance right now. Ooh, big one right there. Over under on if that was Stolarz in net or not. Our backup goalie is yeah, another minor injury that we don't even have to replace anyone with for our NHL team, which is okay. That's not even that bad. So 20-13 and 6. We actually did pretty good in that month considering the losses in there were pretty bad. But the other games we lost, we got points out of them. So yeah, there's 3 overtime or shootout losses in that month, which gave us points. Now we're 20-13 and 6, which really not in a bad spot. We're within striking distance. We're hanging on to a wild card spot, 4 points out of 3rd behind San Jose. And we actually don't even have the 2nd wild cards. So we're in a pretty good position. Draisaitl, 9 points above 5 point per game. And we'll check out how the team's doing. Scoring a lot, probably letting in a lot of goals though. Yep, 3.54 goals 4 per game, but goals against 3.46. Edmonton Oiler hockey right here, 30% on the power play. Our power play is strong. And penalty kill, 75.6, which is kind of average-ish in the division. Calgary's has a ridiculous penalty kill, 88.1. That's got to be best in the NHL. There's no way that's not best in the NHL. I just want to check that, actually. Holy crap, that's got it. Well, they're the best team in the NHL, so it makes sense. Great power play. Oh, yeah, that's definitely the best penalty kill. Wow. Pretty insane. I guess one of the byproducts of cranking up the sliders we did to get more scoring in the league to more match the NHL's production is, you know, less penalty kill percentages for a lot of teams. So I guess we'll just have new averages and stuff like that. Not the biggest of deals. All right, let's check out the personal stats here for the year. Draisaitl, 2 points above McDavid. McDavid could still pass him, but it's good. We have some discrepancy here. Yeah, Draisaitl, 48 points. McDavid, 46. Eberle, 38 and 39 games played. Almost point per game. Yamamoto, what a rookie year he's having. 34 points in 39 games played. 26 assists. That's what we need out of him. Dimitrakos with 29. Nuge with 28. Osborne now with 24. Yeah, he's starting to get up there. We keep him where he is. He'll have a 50-point year as a rookie, which will be just fine. And I think he'll be okay enough on that first line. He should grow well enough. We shouldn't stunt him by playing up here. I highly doubt it. He was a 2nd overall pick. Very, very hard to stunt guys like this or make them bust. Capo Caco, though, 8 points in 28 games played. Not the greatest. But he's up to an 82, so he's growing. That's all you care about. Unless he's got morale. But I don't think so, because he's... Yeah, we'll check. We'll see all that in a second. Defensively, Barry with 32 points. Yeah, that's actually insane. Oh, wow. Yeah, that didn't register how many games played. Oh, Barry's actually on crazy good pace. What a signing. What a signing. 5 years at 6.5 mil, and he's giving us potential Norris numbers. Potential. Probably not, but especially with the plus-minus being what it is, and the game seems to love plus-minus, but he's putting up a great amount of points. Yeah, 32 and 39 games played. That's actually outstanding. Everyone else is a minus besides our top pairing of Barry and Clefbaum, which I guess to be expected. Yeah, Bouchard is listed as depth, so I could actually sit him the rest of the year and play someone else, and he should be okay. Because he is listed as depth. And that might improve us. But at the same time, I kind of want to play him. Markstrom, not doing great. Stolar is doing better. But yeah, you take a look at all the rookies we have this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of our players this year are rookies. And Yamamoto might put himself in the conversation for the Calder. Yeah, he is 22, but this is a tremendous first year he's having. So bear that in mind. We're looking good. The future's looking good. Crazy. A lot of rookies hitting it, but we're actually succeeding. I mean, we might actually make the playoffs. I doubt we'll get very far with such a young roster. But we're right there. So let's take a look at the progress reports here. And we should actually see some growth, correct? Yeah, Kako definitely grew. Look at that. Yeah, 5 to his passing. His offense awareness went up a bit. I wish his awareness went up more, but that's okay. Not the best discipline, which is interesting. Really good deking, though. Not the greatest shot either. Actually, really good defensively. I like that. I like that about Kako. And decent skater. Not very physical, but that's okay. Osborne as well, getting some growth. Passing up, awareness up. That's good. That's what the main ones you want to see. That shot is filthy. It doesn't seem like he takes a whole lot of it, though, which is a bit... Let's check. 95 shots and 39 games played. He's getting first-line time now. Hard to judge. I mean, he should get 200 shots, but that's not, like, the crazy rate that you want. We'll see. We'll see. He might start taking more. I mean, if he takes 200, that's still good enough. But McDavid does tend to take a lot of shots, too, so it could be that, where it's just the game has to decide who's going to take some shots. Not bad. Let's check in the system here. Pumanovs, this was a right winger. Can't remember exactly when we picked him up. 3rd round. And that was in this last draft. He's up to a 63 already. Okay, not a whole lot of growth, so he did start relatively high. But I got some growth. Tyler Cyphers, 73 at age 20. That's where you want. He was a 4th round pick last year. Okay, so he just turned 20. Decent growth, yeah. So he was pretty much, but I mean, like I said, he's on pace. He's right on pace where he needs to be. Although, still missing some growth for some pretty big names here. There's plenty of time for them to get going. But you definitely want to see him get going now. I like that Spencer Knight is still growing during the year and then still gets his boosts in the offseason. That's really good. 70 at 19. He's above pace for a goaltender. So we should honestly be seeing Spencer Knight on our team. Maybe next year as a backup, but for sure the year after. So Spencer Knight, that lines that up perfectly with Markstrom's contract. So everything's going really, really good right now. We put ourselves in a great position draft-wise, contract-wise. Let's continue on here. Let's see if the team will continue to succeed here with the triple good center strategy here with young wingers around them trying to carry a line by themselves. That's what you need out of centers. If you have a center who can make the players around them better, in our case, we have at least 2, maybe even 3. So that's really good. Matt Benning, fully healed. I don't think he was out, but let me double check. I'm still debating if I should get Bouchard out. What I can also do is send Bouchard down and have him play AHL since he is only listed as depth. He's not doing fantastic here in the NHL. And Caleb Jones isn't much better, though. And I could use Jones as depth, though, at 23. That's a tough call. I don't necessarily want Bouchard just to not be playing. That's the thing. Gravel would do fine. I don't want Bouchard just not playing. I could keep Bear's depth. I highly doubt I'm going to use him. We haven't had many injuries to our team, and we might actually be picking up more depth too down the road. In fact, I could try to make a trade for it right now, but that doesn't make sense. I'll wait till the deadline to really see what position we're in. Yeah. I think Bouchard's just not quite ready. Let's give him more time in the AHL, I think. He should be 100% ready next year. Yeah, let's call it Bear. We'll use Bear as depth. Bouchard will get top 2 time in the AHL. At this point, when we're almost kind of looking like a playoff team, I think we'll benefit more from having Gravel in there. And AHL stuff in Bouchard right here. Where'd he go? There he is. Oh, God, that scared me. I was like, there's no way he can get claimed. He's two-way. Ugh. Got scared a minute. We're good, though. Yeah, we'll use Bouchard as the extra attacker, too. There we go. Yeah, he won't be too happy initially, but I think this is for the best. He is 21, so we're cutting it close here, but he's still got a lot of room to grow. He should get up to around 85 still. Does suck having to send him down, but listed as depth, not having a big impact. I don't think it's great to keep him up here. So we're going to go with Gravel back in there, who's done really good. I mean, he did great in the top 2 for us last year, which is hilarious. All right, Benson's been injured. January 14th, not too long, so probably just stuff Reader in there. Yeah, he's not out for too long, so we'll just put Reader in there for depth. Oops. Oh, power play. Where was he in the power play? On the point? It won't be... Yeah, it's only for a few games. Reader doesn't have bad defense either by my... Or bad offense either. Oh, yeah, he does. Who was I thinking of? Oh, yeah, it was Ratty or whatever. Who cares? Got no one else for that spot anyway. Still won some games. He's only going to miss 3 games, so... That's only a 3-game change right there. Now Marcus Kruger's injured, though. Now that's actually interesting, because now we don't have anyone to put in here besides Bear, which I guess we'll do, and then when we get the other dude back. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. Not great, but I don't have 2 depth forwards, and the injuries had to happen right at the same time. So now I'm between, like, oh, man, do I get a depth defenseman? Or do I get a depth forward if we're going to make the playoffs? It's a tough call. Oh, wait. No, wait. Let's do this first. Benson. And then we'll go Reader. Directly in. Then we could switch them, because I don't think Reader has... It's 70 face-offs. Those pockets. Yeah, 76. Okay. VC might actually... No, never mind. All right, we'll go with that. There we go. They want Suglobov. They want to give us 2/3. That's a top 6. That doesn't seem like a good trade. Is this guy low top 6 or something? Yeah. That's not a bad trade. But I'll make my own trade. I don't want to give up a pick if I don't have to. If I'm going to trade, I want to make my own trade. Oh, man, that's actually not good. Jordan Eberle has a hernia out until February 11th, and we are in the month of January, so he's out for a full month. Okay, that's rough. Osborne keeps growing. 26 points in 46 games played. This hurts, though, because... Well, first of all, I don't even have anyone who can go in here. Because Kruger's still out. Jeez. Yeah, I'm aware, but can I would like to just... There, it won't let me. It won't let me just check. Alright, so we might have to do some maneuvering here. I don't think I really can call anyone up here. I don't think this guy's good enough. Not really. Not to play anywhere. Oh, man. Well, then. That's a tough one. All the injuries had to happen, like, right now when we were already using a lot of our depth. Well, I'll probably move up Kyler, because he's doing so good. We'll move up Kyler. I'll move up Capo Caco. And I guess I'll stuff in Bear for a little bit, and then I'll switch it all around again. Again, it's not like crazy that we make the playoffs. I would like to, but it's not essentially needed. Yeah, I'm just going to put him in here too. It's not the biggest of deals. We've got the All-Star break too, so it's not going to miss that much time. Okay, but now it's a little ridiculous because now we just lost Barry, and we actually have to call someone up now. Wow, when it rains, it pours. All the injuries happening at once for us, and that's our top defenseman. Yikes. Okay. Well, I guess... Guess I'll just call it Bouchard and play him in the top 2. which could be great or it could be terrible. But I'm going to risk it and do it. And then send him right back down. This is really bad for us, though. Yeah, Bakersfield. Can I do Mantha in there? Yes, I can. So it's an easy enough switch. But yeah, all those injuries happening at the same time. Not fun. Big yikes right there. We're going to lose some games. We might drop out of playoff contention with all these injuries. Well, let's look at the draft class and hopefully get ourselves some good news right now. This guy still being scouted. I don't think, well, we might. I think we have another first this year, at least one more. Keep getting these guys scouted. Definitely. Same with you. Just find out if they're going to be there or not. Oh, this guy's already being scouted. So is he. Alright. Keep going then. One low elite fully scouted. Alright. Keep going though. I think a bunch of them are dropping out and we're finding new potential ones here. Gem, you like to see it. Get him. Already being scouted. I'll do this guy too since he's not being scouted. Might as well narrow it all down. Oops, didn't mean to click on him now. Here we go. You know what, we'll do a few of these guys. They might jump up. Big maybe. But it's worth taking a look at them anyway, because at least you'll know if they're top 6 or not. So there we go. That's it. All right. Come on, scouts. Get on it. All right. Tough stretch right there. We dropped down a lot. Multiple players on Edmonton are eligibly dressed. Yeah, this is where it's gonna get tough. Who the heck's back? Kruger and Barry are back. Okay. Eberle's still not back. Okay, how'd we do this? Reader, I think, is in for Kruger directly. So we take care of that immediately and then do that. And Bouchard was in for Barry, who might be slightly injured still. But we have the All-Star break. He's actually not. Okay. So now we can send back down Bouchard. Yep, send him back down. We still got Bear in there, who I can now replace directly with Reader. There we go. And put Bouchard back in here. Right? I sent him down already, right? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, it always appears at the top, and then it starts me in the middle. There it is. Okay. Very tricky right there. It'll be tricky again when we get Reader back, although I think I did sub him in all lines, so it won't be that hard. But yeah, 23, 15, and 12. Those overtime losses are really starting to pile up now. Yeah, we're getting points out of them, but the loss is a loss. We are now out of a wild card spot by 1 point with both of them. It's still obtainable to get back in, but we're not going to like race for it or anything. Yeah, taking Yamamoto off Draisaitl's line definitely hurt everyone. Eberle being injured hurt. That's just how it goes. Yeah, scoring went down. We stopped more pucks, but everything. Oh yeah, power play. Everything went down. Makes sense. You lose Eberle. I mean, that was a big piece. We're 2-2-6 in the last 10. Like all those overtimes. Just imagine if we got a few more wins out of it. Just imagine. McDavid and Draisaitl now tied for points with 57 each. Yamamoto with 42. He's still doing great. Eberle, tough loss. Dimitrakos, Nuge, Osborne. Osborne might not even hit 50. It's close. Really close. But he keeps growing, so looks like he'll at least be a hybrid production guy, so that's good. Benson not doing amazing either. A lot of injuries, though, this year. Yeah, losing Barry sucked, but what can you do? Yeah, Stoller's dropping. Markstrom kind of getting better over time. Still not great. We really need Eberle back, though. That's the big one. That's the big one. So I don't think I'll check growth right now. I might as well check it, yeah. Let's check it real quick. I won't go too in depth. I want to get up to the deadline. That's when we should see the big jumps if we're going to see him. Did Osborne get more growth, or is that where he was already at? I think a little more to his awareness. Maybe not. Oh, his more to his shot for sure. Jesus. Yeah, he's got a crazy good shot. All right, let's go into the system. There we go. A lot more jumps here. There might even be more at the deadline. Outlaw grew up to a 75 now. Sepinen up to a 76. This guy was taken 6th overall. Spencer Knight didn't grow much, but that's okay. All the low elites are growing. All of them are on track. Yep, they're all on pace right now. And actually, Suglobov has grown too. Good awareness. How's his defense? Yeah. This guy could become something. He was a 7th rounder. I kind of like it. Bouchard's grown a tiny bit. That's good to see. Awareness, good. That's what he needs. He's also got pretty dang good defensive awareness. But offensive awareness is definitely what he needs the most. Hey, you know what? Really good. And we might even see more. Now, Norinen still hasn't grown, which is a little troubling. He was our 17th. That was the kind of the steal that we thought. So he might not grow during the year, but he should get a boost in the offseason. We'll see. He might even we might even see him jump up here at the after the deadline sim. But let's go. We need Eberle back. That'll fix a lot of things. We can get Yamamoto back where he needs to be, etc. Let's go. Wow, that's an early deadline. Let's go up. And Eberle's coming back on the 11th or something like that. Oh my God. Now Paquette's been injured. Can we stop? This would be great if we could just stop. Oops, don't want to do that. Yeah, we have to go with Bear again. This is ridiculous. He's getting plenty of ice time, just not where he wants to play. Yeah, more losses. Yep. Eberle trade was what broke the camel's back here. It was just so long to be without him. Yeah, maybe I could have optimized the lines. But again, this isn't a playoff or bust year. Okay, Eberle's back. Thank God. So, put him back in for Reader. And let's do this. There we go. Get Yamamoto back with Draisaitl. There we go. And Reader in for where Bear is. My goodness. That was rough. Very rough. But again, not the end. Look at that. Eberle comes back and then we win 9-2. Yeah, that makes sense. Paquette's back now. Okay, we done with injuries? I hope so. Bit of an injury-plagued year for us right now. Could have likely hurt any chance we had of making the playoffs. Again, we're not a playoff or bust team, so not the biggest deal if we miss it. But if you have like a fringe pick, it's not the greatest. But at the same time, what the heck? No. It's an interesting trade, but no. Not if it's going to cost a first. Not for a part of a year of Lundqvist. No thanks. Look at that. We have not lost in regulation since we got back Eberle. That's how big he is on this team. That's how important he is. Okay, now we lost in regulation after I said, okay, 2 losses in reg. Cool. Make me eat my own words, game. Appreciate that. 28, 21, and 13. Not looking like a playoff year any way you cut it. We might do it. I mean, we're 1 point out. The wild cards, we're actually tied with a wild card, but it's the row that's killing us right now. We're 1 point out of third, though, with Vancouver. It's there for the taking, kind of. I don't think we should make a rental trade necessarily, especially if we have to give up picks, but I'm open to the idea. Again, I don't think we go too far due to Markstrom, but he could surprise everyone in the playoffs. All right, so McDavid's definitely taken a firm hold over the point lead on the team at 72 points now. Draisaitl was 67. Yamamoto, though. What a rookie year he's having. Hopefully he gets back on a better pace. Eberle's doing, yeah, just rough injury for him. Missed 9 games, but still on really good pace. Barry, really good for him as well. Anyway, Dimitrakos, great rookie year. Osborne's going to hit 50 points. I mean, he's got 20 games left to get 10 points. He's hitting 50 points. Might even hit 20 goals, which will be a very good rookie year for Osborne. Now, for a second overall, depends on how strong the draft class is. I'd still say that's a good year playing in the NHL for your first year. The Nuge, yeah, it took away a lot of his ice time. He's still getting power play. I think he's doing okay for where he's at. Not too sure if Benson will get jumps, but he's a good two-way guy. So if he's a third liner for his career, I'm perfectly fine with that because he's got solid defense, he's got good enough offense, and he produces pretty decently for what he is. Yeah, and taking a look at the defense, Barry is, again, this was pretty much the best signing we could have done, I think, and the one that made the most sense. And wow, he's come here and he's top scorer for us. 50 points in 60 games played on the back end. Only an 87 overall. Might even get himself some statistical growth after a year like this, which makes that 5-year, $6.5 million deal even better. So if that ends up happening, that is great. Markstrom continues to kind of improve slowly, but not gonna. It's the overtime losses that are absolutely killing us right now. And again, I think it really comes down to defense and goaltending. We're just getting scored on first. I mean, I could try to optimize the lines a bit better to get a few extra points, but really, they're very similar to what they were. I really think it comes down to goaltending. I really think that is what it is, but like I can move that up slightly. Maybe move Nuge up slightly. The deking's not much of it. No, it's actually a pretty huge difference. Yeah, again, I really think it just comes down to goaltending. In the overtimes, you get scored on first, and shootouts too. I don't know. It's hard to say. There's no way to really analyze it. You just kind of have to take some guesses. But the good part is that everyone's growing here. And Eberle, with the way he's going, might even get stat growth. Which kind of does suck because he only got another year left on his deal. And it'll be harder to sign him, but still in a really good spot. Everyone is growing. Yamamoto hasn't really grown, but with the year that he's having, again, might even get statistical growth. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, deadline time. Do we make trades or do we not? The thing is, I think, yeah, we could use more depth, but if we grab a rental, like who does that be? It'll supplant someone somewhere. And everyone up here is a young type guy. I don't think that's the move, getting a rental. Maybe for the third line, I could shift Benson down to the fourth, keep him on the power play. He'll be happy with his ice time. We can sit Kruger or Paquette. I like Kruger because of the face-offs, and he's the best plus-minus on that line. So I'll probably keep Kruger. I'll probably sit Paquette, most likely. He's got lower discipline. You want to try to avoid penalties in the playoffs if we make it. So I'll probably, move Benson down, sit Paquette, and we could pick up like a third-line type guy to help some depth scoring and maybe have a shot at outscoring our opponent and at least getting to round 2. But is that going to be worth the assets that would be required to give it up? Maybe, maybe not. We're still going to probably acquire some picks here up to our own max that we can get. Yeah, we can grab one more pick. Can't be a second, but a third, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Might want to grab a 5 since we don't have it. But yeah, all these things we tried to bank on, Boston's pick, Washington's pick, they're all making the playoffs. So there are going to be 3 later firsts. But 3 firsts that we could, 3 assets essentially that we can use to trade up to get a specific player in that first round. I'm not going to, cut that out. But yeah, 3 late firsts. Still good though. Still good. I'm just checking on our assets here. What do we have to move? Unsigned wise, I don't think we'll have a whole lot. We got the low top 6, but I like how he's growing. So I'm tentative on that. And I think he was like a role play. No, he's a sniper. Really high awareness. Looking like he's going to have a good shot. But is it worth keeping him on a wing and a prayer? might be an asset to use in a trade. Might be. I think we're out of goalies, yeah. I do want to have picks because I want to keep building that up, but yeah, I don't know. All right, well, that's an asset we have, but what is even available as a rental depth scorer? Is there even anything available? There might not be. None of those guys. Besides Corey Perry, maybe, but you don't want that contract clear. Oh, it's only got 1 year left. You know what? That'd be decent. Hey, he's a goal scorer. Where's he playing? Second line, no power play. Good leader. Veteran leadership. We have the cap. Surprised that they don't want to give him up, though. I mean, they are in a playoff spot, so it makes sense. I mean, that's an option. Wouldn't even cost that top 6 guy. We could do it for, like, a pick. No one really here. Buffalo, not really. Oh, that's Boston, but not really. Buffalo, not really either. Nothing there makes sense. Dano, but he's not really a scorer. Here is the farm, but all the guys are trying to give up we cannot get. Besides Anisimov, but again, that's not really what we're after. Could be better. Yeah, I don't think we have a whole lot here. Not a whole lot of options. Besides maybe Corey Perry. Chris Kreider is an option, though. He'd be solid on the third. He doesn't bring a whole lot of scoring, though. And that's a bit of value. We'd have to give up that low top 6 guy for sure and a pick, which I don't think is worth it. Brassard would make more sense if he had 1 year left. Kovalchuk, that's low value for what he brings to the table. Why is that value so low? Is he extended? He's not extended. Huh. 86. Rental. Doesn't bring much. I would probably have to play him second line. I would play him second line. I love that I love it. Drafted by the Atlanta Thrashers. RIP. We'll do whatever it takes to win. Yeah, he's playing first line. 22. Yeah, he's got great product. Dude. I mean, we'd still move someone down. All right. Well, that's an idea. That's low value for an 86. That's really low. We can get that. We can get that. I might even like shift down Dimitrakos. Like move Yamamoto or use Kovalchuk over here. Keep Yamamoto there. Kovalchuk, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Dimitrakos, Nuge, Kako, and then VC Kruger, Benson. That wouldn't be bad. We could also use him on the top line with McDavid. I mean, that's always an option. And shift Osborne down and do everything else. But I think Dimitrakos would get shifted down to the third line just because he's the two-way forward. I think Yamamoto's got to be in the top 6. He's not the strongest defensively. He's got good awareness, but nothing else. I think he's got to be next to Draisaitl. Yeah, Eberle produces very similarly to kind of how Dimitrakos would, so you're not losing anything there. Osborne could play either side. He won't, and especially his hybrid production. Damn! I'm extremely tempted to make that trade. That's a very, very tempting trade to make. They want to give him up. The blocks match. We'd have to cough up that low top 6 sniper, but I think that's the least of our worries because we got plenty of other low elites coming up. I think that's an expendable asset. Yeah, we might have to put in some kind of pick, which would limit our other options in drafting for this year. But again, I think we need to go for the playoffs. We're so close to a guaranteed spot, not even a wild card spot. We're so close. We already are building up our draft pool pretty well. Yeah, it's only going to get stronger. We'd have to give that up plus a pick easily, sure, but honestly, I think it's worth it. We'll have less picks. All we'd have to give up is like a third, maybe our own third. But if we give up our own third, which has value now, it should lose value. We'll have less picks. But again, we could always trade around. We could even trade back, trade this for a second plus a later pick in the draft to give ourselves more options to grab more players. We'll see how the low elites pan out. We have a lot of options here, and I think that's a trade to go for, grabbing Kovalchuk with that low value. He's an 86. Yeah, I think that's a move to make, but let me know what you guys think we should do here at the trade deadline, and we'll get going on that in the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to leave that like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If watching my videos just isn't enough sin for you, be sure to go over there on Twitter and shoot me a follow, and you could even join our Discord server as well to talk with some of the other sinners out there. The links to both are in the description.